Hey, how you doing? All right, and welcome back to another episode. As you can see from my workbench, um, I'm pretty much done there with landscaping, sanding, and many other things. So I'm just gonna talk through this because this is ready now for basically painting. Um, the canopy is all masked up and ready to be sprayed, and this back section here is already. I have done the pilot, but I'm not sure if I'm going to actually put him in yet because I'm not entirely happy with him. But we'll see yet. R2D2 is done, so that's done. Um, that just needs spraying up and sorting out. And I've shown you it before, but the cockpit itself is all done, and that's all ready now to go in. Come on, camera, there we go. So the cockpit is all done, that's ready to go in. I've done the base. I've done the base very differently. So this is the base. The power will go in here, and the model will stand on there. And I'll just quickly show you exactly how it will look. So that's sort of just going to sit on there like that, and that's how it will basically look. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. And of course I've got a male and female plug on it, so I can disconnect it on and off if I want to take it off. I'm not too sure what I'm going to spray this as yet, because the second part of this, like I said to you, is I've totally redone this base. So here is what was left of the leftover bits from the base, and it's not entirely clear what it will be yet, but I'm going to paint this up in such a way that it looks like explosions or maybe the universe and these are planets or something like that, but it will literally sit on the front like that, and that's how it will look. Yeah, and I think that will look very, very nice. That'll be very impressive, that will, and a very good tribute to such an iconic film. The actual body itself is done, and if you're wondering what all these black lines are, when I spray this, when I put a base coat on it and then I put the white coat on it and other coats on it, all these black lines will simulate depth, shadowing, dirt, and also wear and tear where the panels have been taken off and put on, taken off and put on. Because as George Lucas said, he wanted the ships to look like they had been used or, passed around a lot. He didn't want them to look brand new and shiny and straight out of the box, because they were rebels. They were, people that were just abandoned people that had come together. So all of their equipment was, basically made up from whatever they could get their hands on, and that included all of their hardware as well and their equipment. So I thought, yeah, why not? We'll reproduce that as best as we can. But once I put some primer on this and then put some other paint on it, yeah, all this will create shading, darkness, age and wear and tear really, and I'll be adding other things to it as well. Both of the wings are done now. I've got the other set of wings off to one side. They're both identical, which is right, and I've also put the guns on. I've was thinking about not putting the guns on until afterwards, but I thought no, I'll not do that. And I've light tested this and it works fine. I've got these drooping off because I want to spray these differently, and if you can just see the detail on there, I did my own detail. I sorted out the engines. They're the same on all of them, so I'm really happy. I tried to stay not as close but as detailed as possible to the original one, but I also put my flick on it as well. So, and I'm really happy with how that has turned out. And once again, I've got the shading on here, and I'm not particularly bothered if it's not even the shading or it's mucky, because that's just how it would be with these ships, because they were used quite heavily and extensively through the entire franchise. And these are the inserts that go into these parts here, so I'll just quickly show you, because all the detail on both of the wings are finished now. So if I just put that on there, then you get an idea of how it will look. And I'm really happy with that. It'll look really good. Oh, just put it on there a bit better. There we go. Try again, shall we? Always a difficult one. Maybe it's the wrong one, because I have got these set to. There we go. It was the wrong one. I've actually created so that one is for the other side over there. This one is for this side, and basically that's what you get, and that looks really good. That, you know, I'm really happy with that. Just to show you the other side. That goes on there. And I'm really happy with how that looks. I'm going to basically be spraying this aluminium and then detailing it with other parts. I am going to add some rust and dirty things to it as well, but I'm not going to totally beat this up like I've seen a lot of the Star Wars ships, because I do like my ships to look a little nice. Now, just moving on, because there's not much else really to say, because this is ready for spraying. Now, the main problem I've had is basically, as I've said before, this is my version of an X-Wing fighter labelled up as Red 5. I know most people associate Red 5 with Luke Skywalker's ship, and in the Star Wars universe, Red 5 is Luke Skywalker's ship. But my version of Red 5 has been difficult to reproduce, because it's not clear which Red 5 they're actually using in the film. Now, I know a lot of people say that, you know, where you got the red line going down here, it's broken up, and that's Red 5. But and I'll put some photos up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, guys. But in this one screenshot from the film that the camera should pick up, you can just about see it there. If you look at the nose, that's all broken up. The red line along the nose is all broken up, and you can clearly see this Red 5 has got Red 5 on the wingtips as well. And I've taken these screenshots directly from the film. Another shot, if the camera can pick it up, we can just about pick it up. This is Red 5 again, doing a strafing run on the Death Star, but in this shot, the nose is all completely red and unbroken, and the strafing run was done before the trench run. So that was like, okay. And then this other shot here, this is the one where Red 5 is basically being chased by a TIE fighter, and then his wingman comes along and blows up the TIE fighter for him. And you can see in this screenshot that the nose has the long red thing again. And all the way, the theme carries on and on and on. And then this is another screenshot of Luke's squadron going down the trench, and one of them has got, you know, a broken up red nose, and the other one hasn't. But it's not exactly clear which one is Red 5. So, you know, which one is which. And the last one, which is sort of like a killer really, and here it is here. Now this is a screenshot of literally seconds before the Death Star blows up, and the two X-Wing fighters flying away from it, which are the only two surviving X-Wings from this particular battle, both have red noses, in the sense of the red line going along the nose is basically unbroken. So what that's left me as is, it's very clear that through the filming they literally were using different models, dressing different models, and doing different things. So I'm just going to do my version of Red 5, and I will do the long red nose because that's what I remember from the film. So it will literally look like the box, because in the box it's got that long red thing there. So that's literally how I'm going to do it. That's my version of Red 5. I know this will be controversial with a lot of people, and I can hear a lot of the Star Wars fans saying, "Oh no, that's wrong, that's not screen accurate." Well, like so many people have said, and like I've seen for myself on, you know, many of the Star Wars, how they did it sort of films, and on Pierce Films, which I highly recommend. It's a wonderful channel. They started off with many X-Wings, and as the filming went on, they redressed the X-Wings. So several of the X-Wings, would start off as, for argument's sake, Red 1, then become Red 3, then Red 4, then Red 6, and then Red 5. Because as the X-Wings were being blown up, they literally run out of them. So they didn't always get the dressing correct. So that's why some of the X-Wings, like with Red 5, it's got different dressings to other Red 5s. And I've seen different dressings on Red 2 as well, and Red 1. So that's why I decided I'm just going to do my version of Red 5, the one I remember from when I went to the cinema with my father to go and see Star Wars for the first time in Cardiff. So that's what I decided, guys. I'm going to take a bit of a break because this has really been very intensive, which is why there's been a very long delay in putting this out, because I needed to make sure that everything was done and everything was ready for spraying. I still have to make up because all these cables and wires and that still haven't been connected to the main one here, but I can't really do that until I spray up the cockpit and then fit it in there. But I certainly can do some of the spraying now, which I actually need to do. So until the next one, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you. So you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all again. Until the next episode, you take care. Bye now.